Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Friday Finish for the week of December 11th. Normally, Bob Filko would be welcoming you to this edition of Friday Finish, but he is out today, so I have some big Santa-sized boots to fill, but he'll be back next week. He did want to convey that we've been working with the Bureau of Construction Codes on their Michigan Residential Code and Energy Code proposed rules. Those hearings have been delayed until February. And part of that is because of the impact that your state association has been having in conversations in pointing out the cost that their rules would add to the cost of housing. And we've offered them an alternative energy code proposal as well. And we're also starting to speak more publicly on what their rules would do to the cost of housing. And if you have not seen Rich Kligman's opinion piece in Cranes that was recently published, hopefully you'll take a look at it. As for my Friday finish, it's still been a busy week, even though the legislature is still in district. We met with Senator Rosemary Bayer and stakeholders this week on her stormwater legislation, Senate Bill 660. And we greatly appreciate that the senator has brought all stakeholders to the table to have a discussion to come up with a good piece of legislation. Also, I sit on the Regional Housing Partnership Work Group for Ingham, Eaton, and Clinton County. Each region around the state is working on their housing plan that coincides with MISHDA's first ever statewide housing plan. And we've been developing what that plan would look like for creating more housing in this Tri-County area, so stay tuned on that. And the Housing Michigan Coalition met with Representative Grant this week. She is the new co-chair of the Housing Subcommittee. And we had a really good conversation on what our legislative agenda would look like for 2024 as she assumes that role since Representative Coleman is now the mayor of Westland. So even though the legislature's back in district, we are still working like little elves on advocating on your behalf this time of year. And hopefully you all have a great week. Enjoy the nice weather. It sure doesn't feel like Christmas weather, but I will take it. And we'll see you next week. And that's a wrap for the Friday Finish. Have a great weekend.